What's up? What's up? What's up? First time quality members. What's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on, fellas?
What up, people?
Man.
Hey,
What's
hope
up,
y'all are doing well.
everybody? Man, I see the you got a few people up in here, and the
Yeah.
chat is going crazy. It's good to be back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it's good to be back, man. Last week was a trip. We'll talk more about that. We got I'm still getting myself set up here, man. I was taking a nap. I kind of got on those meds and was like, I need a nap badly. So
I was looking at the
I'm still
clock.
turning monitors on.
I was looking at the clock. I'm gonna have to start this thing by myself. That's okay. I got Weapon XYZ to help. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Hey, look, I almost hit you with the text. Say, hey, I might not make it on time. Get started. I'll come in later.
But we already have a bunch of people here already. I mean, Hawkeye was in earlier. Jesse Yates, 2A Ray, Crispy Bean. How you doing? Walk Good Chronicles. Hello, hello. I think we got a bunch of people coming on in. That's good. That's good.
All nice. Good to see everybody, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm excited because as most of you know, last week I had shoulder surgery, and man, I missed you guys because I wanted to get up and I wanted to get going. Through some other things we weren't able to broadcast last week. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but I mean, it's just a trip, man. Things in the world are going crazy. Everybody's anticipating the ruling coming down next week. And, one thing about that, people say, oh, man, it's coming down in April 1st. Well, nobody ever said that. Did anybody ever see any clear-cut date as to when it's coming?
Just hearsay. Oh, a friend of the ATF said. But it'd be interesting to see.
Man,
it will be.
I'm like we said last time, man. Business as usual until something comes down. I'm keeping my eye close on it and monitoring the airwaves. So as soon as I hear about something, you guys will hear about it. Whether we're on this live stream or in the forum. So if you guys are not on the forum, go get on the forum because that's where the news as it comes down will be dropped at. I have some information that I want to put on there. I thought about, I haven't even told these guys about yet. I've been testing a little something over the last couple of months that will help you to get the parts you need when you need it, even if it's not a payday. So, when those, it just seems funny that those flash sales usually come when, between in the middle of the week or between paydays when money is really, really tight. We might have some of
it.
Yeah, we might have some of it, but not all of it. So I've been kind of working on a few things and testing the waters and seeing if it works. And it works out pretty good. So I'll get more into that later. Just a few announcements that I want to go over. Just one announcement. Last week, you got a message from Nas Veritas on the forum that we would not be broadcasting last week. Now, I wasn't going to be here, but yeah, it's an April Fool's joke. Yeah, Crispy Bean. Let's hope so. But last week, what was the Friday before last? What was that date? Whatever, the Friday after the last broadcast. I got a message
from
18th.
Yeah.
The 18th. Okay. Yeah. So I got a message from YouTube that they shut one of my videos down. All right. Now the video I was going to play some of it for you while we're broadcasting, but I have a feeling I'll get another channel strike if I try to play some of it.
Probably. You're going to tempt fate. You're going to get bit, but
yeah. I don't want to tempt fate until we have an alternative solution in case this channel gets shut down. Because we're going to do what we're going to do. But if you've watched any of my Dremel workstation setup videos,
and you should,
part 3, yeah, absolutely, and it's actually going to be in the blog on the FTQ80 .info forum. But if you've watched any of them, it goes into depth on how to set up your Dremel workstation. And Nas, I don't know if you noticed, I put the link to my Rumble in there. So once I get to that part, put up I guess put the link in. But part 3 of that series was me showing you how to actually drill the holes in the frame. Well, here's the thing.
Frame.
Just the frame. But I'd never used the frame to drill a hole. Now, I went over the video. I went through and I looked at it. I says, okay, they probably figured since I showed the frame in the beginning and it's clearly a P80 jig, they're determining that to be a firearms violation. Mind you, no firearm, not even a complete frame, and it's just a jig. They chose to delete that video and give me a channel strike and a week suspension. And I appealed it.
That's for sure.
I appealed it. Would you say, Nas?
I said it was a week suspension.
Yeah, very weak. But I appealed it, and almost instantly, it's like they were waiting for me to appeal it. Before I could even get to another screen, I got an email notification that my appeal had been denied. I'm like,
just straight up, no, not going to take it. You're gone. Sorry, bye.
So they're like, okay, anything having to do with any type of modification to a firearm is against the rules. So what I was going to do is I was going to edit it and put it back up. But they also said that if I get another strike, it'll be a 2-week suspension, and a third strike would mean my channel would be shut down. Well, like you said, I could tempt fate, or I could just go and, go with the flow. So I was going to edit it and put it back up. But when I watched it, I would have to edit out so much it wouldn't even be worth the time to put it back up. So it is. If you want to see that video, it's over on my Rumble page. It is live. Rumble has not shut us down. The video to get to my Rumble, it is on the screen going across the bottom. You can go there. You can see the video in its entirety. And as a matter of fact, after that, I'm going to do a supplemental with me actually drilling a freaking frame. And I'll put it on Rumble.
All right. That's the way to do it.
So, I don't know if they're going to be watching this and they're going to go over to Rumble and try and get Rumble to shut me down, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it. So just for the time being, with everything going on, anything involving a build, I'll put over on my Rumble page. So go over there, subscribe. I have 3 build videos that I'm editing right now. They will be coming out within the next 2 to 4 weeks because I'm home for another 2 to 4 weeks. So, yeah. So, but all right, Mr. Vino, we'll catch you later, man. So anyway, that was that. So just wanted to let you guys know why we didn't air last week at all. And we'll be making some adjustments and making sure we don't get this stream shut down because they can't stop the signal. That's how I feel about it. So that's the only announcement I had this week, guys. Wish you guys, I kind of know you guys' opinion on that, but you guys got anything to add?
Well,
it's a crock of shit, man.
Oh,
I mean, it is. It's a fucking plastic box, but the holes are already pre-drilled. You just put a fucking drill bit in it. Get the fuck out.
It could literally have been any plastic box with a little hole in it. A drill guide itself, for example.
Yep.
Yeah. And I started to refilm it with just that, a plastic box or something. I was like, you know what? It's not worth all of that effort. We'll just send everybody. I'll probably do a PSA letting people know that part 3 is over there on Rumble. I just don't. We got other things to do.
So far, they've been a reliable platform and 2A friendly. So I say just put all the hard videos up there for now. At least they have the content development network, so it'll get out to the people quicker. Yeah. Crispy Bean here's asking, why don't you use Gunstreamer? And well, I don't know if it does anything like the live streams here.
Yeah, Crispy. I don't know if we can live stream over there, but I think I'm pretty sure I have a Gunstreamer account. I haven't uploaded any videos over there. I just use that account to look at other videos. But I'll definitely put that on the radar for loading up over there. Absolutely.
Okay.
As long as it right now with the budget the way it is, as long as it doesn't cost anything, I'll load it up over there. I'll load it everywhere, man. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, Odyssey. We're checking on Odyssey, Michael.
Yeah, Milton Burrows suggested that too. And then there's another platform that I recently became aware of called Locals, which seems kind of cheesy, but might be functional for our purposes. I have to look more into terms and such, but options. Yeah. Suggest options in the forum too. We got ways to do that.
Yep. Oh. Tom, welcome, man.
Hey, Tom. It's good to see you. That's funny. Ram's mentioning it. I'm over here clicking on the same comment.
I knew it was coming, man. We're getting there. We're eye to eye, man. I'm telling you. I know you was about to click it. That's why I was like, let me just go ahead and mention it. So, but yeah, what's going on, Jeff?
Okay,
now I did that one on purpose.
we are back in the rhythm of things now. Now we have to improvise the next segment.
Yeah. So speaking of the next segment
and improvising.
All right, guys, listen. Next up, we have a new segment coming. But before we get to the new segment, why don't we just go over some of the upcoming events that we have going on? My man, Weapon XYZ is going to come with the events of the week, and we're going to go from there. All right.
What's up, peoples? I just got the one that actually was shared to me by another member on the forum. Was shared to me by Dope 80. It's the first annual Seymour Johnson Chiefs group shootout. Yep. That's April 9th at ENC firing range. All the proceeds go to the Chiefs group to support military members and their families. If you want more information on it, I'll actually be posting more up on the forum. I'm going to be getting into the habit of posting either before or after the stream. Today, I didn't have time. Yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I've got for this week. I'm going to get in the habit of trying to get at least 3 to 4 events usually. This week was just the one that I was able to find or locate, thanks to a member once again. Thank you for sharing, Dope 80. Any other members, if you guys have any other events you guys want to share, please toss them up on the forum. Shoot me a DM. I try to search for stuff broad range throughout the United States and not just in the area I live. But super helpful if you members who are spread out all over the United States, share some stuff that you guys have found in your local area, whether it be trainings, whether it be shootouts or builders events. Granted, there's only one that we know of right now, which is the Gunmakers match.
Gun shows.
But that one's coming up here soon.
You got any, or have the other ones that we mentioned on the last broadcast, have those all happened already, or are those still coming up?
Let me take a look here. So it looks like
look at your
it looks like that SIG Freedom Days is actually coming up here in May. So that one's a ways away.
Yeah, I'll help you out, Weapon. There you go.
Thank you, buddy.
That's the situational awareness training, April 16th. Well, good. She's gonna kill it.
Yeah, she's gonna kill something. Look at that. She's like, try me.
Yes, sir. And then like you said, the SIG is still going on. So what was that on the document, the one you had there was a shooting range or something that was up there in North Carolina.
The ENC firing range.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah. That's the Seymour Johnson one. That's part of the same thing.
Okay, oh, that's part of the Seymour Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. We'll have to work on formatting of that so we can keep it clear.
Okay. Yeah. I actually thought it was 2 separate ones.
We can hope and pray for more.
But this one here, man, I wish I was well enough to go. That's only 3 hours away from me. And the
Yep.
prices to enter, it's like, okay, it's a $30 entry, but to enter each, if I read it correctly, to enter each competition is only $15.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, $15, dude.
And all
think-
day access to
Right.
the range. Okay, fine. It's a fun day by all. Come on now.
I
Right.
think the makers match that was down in Florida, the entry for each one was like $75, man. It's like,
Ouch.
so I'm like, gosh, so just to compete, it's gonna cost me $150 if I want to be in two things. That's kind of steep.
That's
Little
too
Little
much.
bit.
That's too much.
Little rich for the blood.
Yeah. I mean, I would have went, but you know. Anywho,
I would have loved to have gone, man. That would have been fun.
We got something fun next coming up. And guys, feel free. You guys in the chat, man, chat it up, man. If you guys got something like Crispy Bean just asked, where's everyone at now? And Nas put it up there, and he'll put it across the screen again. But yeah, man, ftq80.info. Catch us over there. We got a lot of stuff going on. We're building up the forum. We're putting a lot of information in there.
Yeah.
We'll be going over some of the new resources that were put in this week, some of the new posts that were put up that are very interesting, that are getting kind of deep. Some of them getting kind of deep as far as comments and stuff. So there is a learning curve to doing it because it's a little different than what we had on Wix with the previous forum.
Yeah,
but
it's a little old school, but it was free. Sorry.
Yeah, hey, once you get used to it, man, it's pretty cool, man. I'm getting used to it. There's still a few things that I pick in Nas Veritas' brain and as to how to do, because that dude is the one behind putting it together and knowing everything going on. So,
but if you guys behind the curtain.
yeah, he's the wizard. Well, if you guys are just joining us, or if you're watching on the replay, we're here, we're talking, we have the Fireside chat, we have a few things going on. We're about to go into this next segment. Most of you guys here have acquired tools, okay? And sometimes, that was, for me, that was one of the biggest things going into this, is having the right tools. Now, me personally, I just like, okay, let me just go ahead and buy it. I would bargain shop where I could, because, budget is always an issue. But sometimes, you have stuff at home that will work. Okay. Now, don't get caught up with the gun builder snobs. Those guys that you have to have that $1,000 piece just to cut out and grind out and sand a channel. You got to have that $100 piece, or you have to, in order to test this, you have to have this type of snap caps or dummy rounds, or, guys, if it works, it works. And this next segment is going to go into a few things. I don't even know what he's going to say, but this is one of the guys I bounce ideas off of all the time. I mean, if I'm building I'm putting a list together, 9 times out of 10, I'm shooting him a picture or something going, hey, what do you think about this? Or how would you do this? Or, anything like that. So this guy has a lot of knowledge. He brings a lot to the table, and we're just going to go ahead and get started and introduce the MacGyver Minute with none other than Weapon XYZ. Go ahead, man. Tell them what you got.
What's up, people? Give me just a quick second. I just got to pause my cam for a second. Hold up.
Uh-oh, now we're in trouble.
Yeah, really.
He's going to come back. There's going to be a picture of Richard Dean Anderson on the camera. We're all going to get rickrolled. We watch.
All right. I had to
enough.
come back in the white tank top. I don't have quite the mullet going on, but and I don't have a mango, and I don't have a scuba mask, and I don't have a snorkel and 10 feet of cord.
But give this man a paperclip and you watch.
So I'm actually going to say something first, and this is something that Ram had said a while ago, and then I'm actually going to mention something that Nas actually added to it, right? So Ram said something a while ago, and he said I'm too broke for my skill set. And I had actually brought that up with Nas. And Nas said, I completely see that. He said, there's no way that I can afford all of the tools that I need for everything that I'm able to do. Right? How many times have you been in the middle of a build and been like, man, I wish I had A, B, or C? And you go, oh, I could run to the store. Take a look around the house. You never know what you might have. So for this one, I'm actually going to bring up the first thing is going to be checking your trigger pin, making sure that your trigger pin is striking correctly, that you're not getting a soft strike. One of the ways to test that is to actually grab yourself a number 2 pencil, such as the one that I'm holding here in my hand. I usually suggest to get them where they're not sharpened yet. And I've actually found that it helps if the tip of the pencil, the actual eraser itself, is like maybe a little dried out. Not quite rubbery anymore. It's got a little give to it. It's a little crusty. If you're worried about light primer strikes, you can actually use this as kind of an indicator. I mean, this isn't a true test. You may still end up with one, but this is a pretty good indicator whether you're going to have one or not. If you actually take this number 2 pencil, make sure your firearm is void of all ammo, of course. Make sure the magazine is void of all ammo. Do your press checks. Actually take this pencil and put it down the barrel of your firearm after you've already pulled back your slide, and make sure that this is touching your firing pin and pull the trigger. If you have a newer pencil, your eraser will actually have some bounce and will just send that sucker flying right out of the tip. I find that having one that's a little bit crusty actually works better, because if you'll notice here, as I hold it up closer to the front of the camera, you can actually see where my firing pin struck this eraser tip, and actually struck it so hard that it split it. So I would be about 90% sure that my firearm is not going to have the issue of having a weak firing pin or getting light primer strikes.
Boy, you're about to have me destroy all of my pencils.
I'm telling you, find one that's dried out, man. It's a real good indicator. It's also not going to send a pencil flying across the room. Granted, that's usually not going to happen. You're talking, it might launch it out of the front of the barrel and it might land on the ground, but that's about it. Another one that I had was anybody searching their house for mineral oil. Don't know how often you're going to actually use it besides your drilling of your holes or possibly refurbishing the plastic on your P80 firearm. But you can actually take your household pledge, whether that be your lemon, your Moroccan oil, your orange, whatever the case may be. You can actually use that to bring back the shine of your polymer. You'll even get that issue where your polymer starts to get almost a grayish look, especially if you have the black frame. Once you've done stippling on it, your frame will start to kind of gray where it's dried out from the heat, and using that pledge can actually bring back the shine. And that's all I've got today for the MacGyver Minute.
Yeah, I've been wondering about what's going to be the best way to bring back the black. Even with the what I have, I'm like, man, how do I get the black back on here? But
Armor All wipes.
Yeah, that and the Cerakote
It's temporary
wipes.
though. It's temporary.
The Armor All wipes temporary. I haven't tried it, so okay.
On my most recent build after stippling, I actually just used a little bit of mineral oil, just because I happened to have a bottle laying around this time, and I laid it into the areas where I stippled at.
And for any other parents that are also builders, if you happen to have baby oil, that's mineral oil with a little scent. So I mean, it works. Just saying.
Yep.
Yeah, if you guys buy a bottle of mineral oil, it'll last you a long time.
Yeah.
You may never have to buy mineral oil again if you buy a good sized bottle.
That's enough. How's it going? Nice to
What's
join
going on, man? All right, hey, Weapon, thanks, man. Listen, man, keep those tips and tricks coming. I'd say we should probably do that at least once a month, man.
Easily.
Yeah.
I'll try to gather 3 or 4. 3 probably being the norm.
Okay. All right.
We'll gather a couple clips worth together and do one solid video to throw up on the site.
I know there was one Nas brought up recently as well when we were kicking around. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Dunkin' Donut straw.
Yes, for the channel liner, just to check if it's there. Not as a replacement, folks. Just to check if it's there.
Yes, don't use it to replace your channel liner. It's just there to check to see if one's already installed.
I'm glad you put that disclaimer out there because somebody was going to do it. So,
experience is a lovely teacher, and experience has showed me that people will do whatever they can sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Tom Petrick here suggesting Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detail Spray. Works great on plastic, and so does Pledge. Cool.
All right.
And here's how you can make this a family ordeal. What you do is you have your kids take the Pledge, dust the house, then bring the Pledge back to you so you can dust your collection.
Yeah, so that way they're part of helping you with your collection.
Yeah, in this totally safe manner. Yeah, you've got your MacGyver Minute. I should do a safety second.
I'm with it.
All right.
With it. Safety first, man. Speaking of safety, man, it was I forget who it was. Daggone it. Starts with a D anyway. He posted up about we were talking about another forum, and he posted up that I guess his brother, someone related to him, shot himself in the hand, had an accidental misfire.
I think that was Dope 80.
Yeah, okay.
Dope 80,
yeah. And dude, you got to be safe. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, I've had an accidental discharge in my past where I wasn't paying attention. So it's not a matter of you just got to pay attention to these things, man. You just got to respect it. So definitely a safety second. I'm with that.
Set good practices and make sure you follow the
I actually like the name and spell it out how you would spell out a second in time, because that's just hilarious when you think about it. Safety second. It's funny. It's play on words. I like it. I dig it.
Okay. All right. And guys, I want to say thank you for that segment. Thank you for that segment. Sorry, I keep forgetting the cams flop there. But also I want to say, Ram, thank you for putting so much time and effort into the graphics and video imagery for everything on this channel, because I can't do that, and you do a fantastic job. So
thank you, man. No problem. I always run everything by you guys because I'm never really sure. I'm like, I know what I like, but I want to make sure that it's something that we can all agree on, and that it's going to come across good to the members, because after all, we do this for them. We ain't doing this for ourselves.
No, and our membership is growing, and a lot of our newer members are really hopping into it. And I just want to give a shout out to a couple. I know at least one of them is with us right now.
Okay.
I'm going to save them for a second. Ancient Order's been doing a lot of cool posts. Thank you. I've been seeing a lot of that. Appreciate it. I really want to say thank you to Hawkeye, who's done a lot of really detailed posts lately, and I'm going to be putting at least one of their posts on. Hey, Ed Levance. I'm going to be putting at least one of their posts up on the blog. If you want to do any kind of tutorial or how-to instructions, please put it up. If it looks good, I can transfer it over to the blog. I would love to share it with the community that way. I can't write everything. Trust me, you don't want to read my writing. No.
Speaking of which, do you have the document open?
I could.
Well, you gave me a perfect segue into the next segment, which is new resources posted on the forum. And he just mentioned one of our right now our top poster in resources, Mr. Hawkeye. He has been putting up tip after tip after tip. He has a vast knowledge on modifications, and he's sharing all of it with us. As you can see on the screen, JB Weld tips. He's guys, go to the forum and check out his JB Weld tips and how he uses it in his builds. I'm not even gonna, if you haven't been there, guys, go check it out. It's worth the read. It's worth, I mean,
impressive.
The first, very impressive, very impressive. The first one I saw he did was the OD green and black flag build. I
mean,
he made me want to go back to school, man.
Between doing stuff like that, stippling, etching, you can make any kind of artwork you want, really.
And he's
I really dig his one of his most recent ones was the Hawkeye one. Where he actually did the little hawk on the grip.
Yeah.
I looked at that and then I was just like, dude, that's your signature firearm right there, dude. It's got your name on the side. It's super clean, super dope, dude. Loved it.
And then he did a MGB build. Just another one with the MGB slide, man. Just killed it. But he also has another one up called How to Fix Cheap Aluminum Magwells. And, I thought all magwells, even though they're shaped differently, depending on who you buy it from, they're going to fit the magazines. But what I found out while reading this is like the base plates are different on the different manufacturers. And I got mine out. I was like, well, why don't you just use a mag extension? It'll fit. And then I saw the mag extension, flares out as well. I'm like, huh. And then so it's real good, and that it's in the resources section of the forum. Hawkeye did an awesome job. He has several write-ups in there. He's gonna have several write-ups in the blog as soon as Nas can get them posted up there. Guys, if you have information that can help others, please post it up. I mean, we got a couple of questions that we're going to go over, unless you guys have questions for us live. The questions I have on the document, they can hold off till next week because we want to serve you live here. Anybody got any questions out there that they want us to field? Weapon, you had something that you needed to share?
No.
Oh, okay. Thought I saw you trying to get my attention.
Oh no, trying to stop my cam for just a quick second.
Oh.
Yeah. What are you drinking over there that you can't show us, man?
Well, it's it's in a little block of plastic, so just in case.
He's probably trying to be nice to me since I can't have a drink right now.
I mean,
no, I'm a smoker, vapor. And I don't want to give YouTube another reason to shut our stream down, so I'm not on stream.
But you're putting metal into your lungs.
If you ever see me, shut my cam down, usually it's to take a puff.
Okay. You're welcome, Hawkeye, man. Anytime, dude. Just keep the good stuff coming.
Yeah, no, seriously. I want to hook you up with a custom title badge or something. Prolific poster. What do you want? Hit me up in the forum.
Yeah.
No, seriously. We can do that kind of fun stuff because we're just here having fun, friends.
Hey, dude,
with each other.
While you're mentioning it, thank you for my badge. I appreciate it.
Was it the chief enabler?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what made me think of coming up with the strategy and putting it up there, because I'm going to enable everybody. Now, I don't want anybody to go broke. Please don't go broke. Please don't go broke. However,
and before you go any further, I just want to say credit cards for this can be evil. You buy something on deal, but by the time you're done paying interest, you've paid more than you would have paid if you just had the money on hand.
And that's exactly it. I'm going to go over a strategy where you don't have to use a credit card, but you have time to pay for it.
Okay.
But you don't have to use a credit card. That is...
You're going to open your wallet to me?
Well, since we're talking about the next segment we're gonna go into, we're gonna get, because we're getting, 38 minutes in. We have just enough time to answer some questions or ask you guys some questions. Guys, if you're in the chat, I'm gonna ask you some questions based on posts that came up on the forum this week. The first one is parts list. Ancient Order, he put up a post about how he keeps his track of when he's purchasing parts and so on and so forth. So my question to you is, how do you keep track of what you want to purchase for a build? Guys, if you're in the chat, answer the question in the chat, and we'll post up your answers. But I guess, Nas, how do you keep track of what you want to purchase for your build?
Do you really need to ask? I keep a spreadsheet. Come on. Different tab for each possible build, possible part A, part B, part C. Hey, if I get a sale on this, I'll get that. If I get this, then I'll get. It's me.
Typical big brain.
I set up a Dewey Decimal System algorithm designed by the pharaohs of Egypt, and spread out on a parchment paper made from the tears of orphans. It's quite an interesting. No, I'm just playing. Dude, I make a list, man. I do a lot of research. As Ram knows, as most people are familiar, I do some pretty interesting, like, themed builds, right? Nothing that I do is stock factory. So I make a list of what theme I'm going for. I lay out a color scheme, and then I research my parts. Depending, I always have at least 2 to 3 backups for whatever part I'm looking at, just in case something may fit the end piece better than the other part may. So I just keep a list, man. I keep a list, and then I keep a separate album folder on my phone for that specific build that I'm looking to do, and I actually Google copy paste to that folder.
Okay.
That's good. I typically use what's up? Go ahead, Nas.
Well, I was going to say, after you finish that, before we get on the next post, Brian Anarino, thank you, welcome. I had a question I want to address. Okay, so do your thing, and we'll hop to that. Okay.
Well, we can go ahead and yeah, you know what? Since we're talking about parts, let's get to that in a minute. But Brian, yeah, we're definitely going to answer your question in a second.
Absolutely.
Most of the time, guys, I keep everything in Google Keep, only because I can. Give me a second. I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to see if I can give you guys.
Because he's probably got NFC payment on his phone. He goes in the store, be like, "Okay, I need this. I need this. I need this swipe card."
I can do that too.
Yeah, I know.
I absolutely can. I try not to. Try being
the operative word there.
I try. I do my absolute best to. But yeah, guys, it's I keep everything in Google Keep, and I'm going to show you a shot of it. This is my Google Keep screen, and this is just everything under Gun Fun. I post everything under Gun Fun, and I'll list it out. And some of it is archived. This is everything since I started building, and some of it is not even listed. So what I do is, because I can look at this, access this across platforms. I can look at it on my tablet. I can look at it on my cell phone, on my computer, because I never know where I want to access it from. But if I get an idea in my head, and I know, and I'm going through this right now, me and Weapon Weapon is helping me build out a couple of builds. But on a daily, I'll wake up with something on my mind, like, I wonder if this will work. And I'll go research it. And whether I think it'll work or not, I'll put it into Google Keep. And anytime I need to access,
a text message.
Yeah, he'll get a text message.
Almost guaranteed. Hey, Weapons,
hey, dude,
what you think, man? Hey, dude,
work up some art on this, man. Work up some art on this.
What you think about this? I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
but I keep it in Google Keep, and anytime and after I do the build, what I'll do is, and I know your spreadsheet will do it automatically, but I done forgot how to use Excel. I've given up trying to relearn it. I'll add up everything I actually bought, so I have a working number as to how much I spent on that build.
I try not to think about that part.
You know, I got a couple of builds I'd rather not think about it, but especially those 2 SIG builds I got going on right now.
The one piece I did, the P320 for the misses, that was I don't want to think about it. That was a year-long parts buy. A little bit here, a little bit there.
Can y'all see? Can y'all see on the shelf up there? Wait, right there.
Yeah.
Y'all want a sneak peek of it?
Yeah, bring it on down.
All right,
come on now.
I'll take it down off the shelf and show you. Hold on.
All right. And then after
I got no pants on, so I got to stop my camera for a minute.
He's the king of no pants.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna let you know. This is one of the bills that
this man's Jones.
Jeff Crane, I do not use a spreadsheet to compute a total price. You're probably better off that way.
No, bro, don't do that.
Oh, wait, I can't show this on camera. Damn it. We're live.
Got a picture?
Hawkeye.
I do not have a picture. I could take a picture. No, you know what? I'll share it. And I almost messed up. I almost got it shut down because I can't show. I can show it. I just can't touch it. You can show it. Like it can just stay on the shelf back there. I can't have it in my hand.
Gotta love YouTube rules.
Almost messed up. All right. So what I'll do is, well, let's go on. I'll take a picture of it and show you guys, and I'll share the screen in a few minutes. But let's go ahead, guys. Go ahead and answer Brian's question.
All right. So Brian, just got a Strike 80 frame from Gledhill. What internal parts do I need? Well, if you can find an OEM lower parts kit, go for that. Otherwise, you're going to be buying piecemeal from wherever you can. There's a huge list of vendors in our forum. All of them are great. Sign up for, great places to source parts. MDX Arms, Big Tex Ordnance, Ozark Trader will come out with some really good deals from time to time. Thank you, Slappy, for that. All over the place.
Last Strike 80 build I did, Rocky Brass lower parts kit, AIM surplus upper parts kit. Came out perfect. Sitting at 800 rounds, 0 issues.
And I mean, if you got the frame from Gledhill, you don't want to put a cheap upper on there, I imagine, because, well, that would just be rude. Don't do that.
I mean, you could. I mean, if you want to get it working.
Sure, as a placeholder, certainly, but I mean,
it could be a
plan
placeholder.
To build it out, sure.
Or if you don't want to build it, expensive build, I would go the route of probably a high three figure slide, but that's just me.
I would go 400 and up. I wouldn't do anything under 400.
Gun cuts
for something that's been custom stippled. That 400 and up, dude, has got to be my price range, I think, for something that's been custom stippled. I mean, granted, I tend to go in that range anyways, but 9x19, a nice Zafiri Precision, 80, even an 80p slide, or I consider them in that mid-range area. That's the way I would go.
I like my Zafiri Precision and my 80p, but I'm a little biased, I suppose, because, 80p was my first kit.
That was my first too, man. Yeah, my first was the 80p.
I've
held quite a few slides, and one of the most well put together, fit and finished ones that I've ever held was the 9x19 Vapor slide. Oh my god!
Yeah, and Steel City Arsenal too.
Same company.
Well, yeah, but a different offering. So I wanted to mention both.
Right.
And in point of fact, we do have vendor discounts for both. Again, hit up the forum. But yeah, you're gonna want to get your barrel, your slide, don't forget your sights now. That's always the last thing you want to forget on a go.
I got you,
all this
Michael
great.
Ryan. When it comes to the PSA slides, if you're referring to the dagger slide, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic. I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't used one personally myself, but I've heard so many good things about them. The dagger slide is dope,
and
especially they do a newer offering with the RMR cut as well.
Cool.
Super dope.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Crispy Green. Yeah, get the cheap slide for testing your etching ideas out on. That's the way to go.
That's smart, Hawkeye. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Not to call anybody out, but U.S. Patriot Armory almost always has a deal going on, a cheap basic slide, and they're functional. They're cheap, plenty of space to do all your detailing and etching and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michael Ryan, you got a dagger? Cool. I would like to get one, but unfortunately, Palmetto State Armory doesn't ship to every state in the union. 2A Ray.
You hear the pain in your voice. Like I said, I can hear the pain in your voice.
Well, I've been looking at moving for a while now, and every day that goes by, it's just, yeah. What do we got here? Ed Levance, 3CR Tactical, plain G19 slide with rear only, black, 110. Okay, that's pretty good. You want to do us all a favor and post that in the forum?
Hell yeah, man.
I know. I keep pushing it, but that's kind of my job here. I get to push those things, I guess. Then we were going back. Crispy Bean. All MGB videos gone in the wind. Sorry. But
and as far as the SIG videos, there was only one completed and edited, and there was a couple of them completed but not quite yet edited. So they wouldn't have been. They'll never get released, I don't think, unless MGB decides to come back. I mean, I would. It would be nice if he did. I miss the dude. I really do.
Exactly.
A lot.
But we have to just carry on as if it's not going to happen. Just hope for the best, plan for the worst, and take what comes at you.
Yeah. And we know how about doing build videos now and posting anything to YouTube is obviously a no-go.
No, it's going to have to go to Rumble or Gunstreamer. A lot of the other live stream places are really anti-2A completely. So, don't even try to pass that off on Twitch.
Oh, no.
No. But.
All right, I'm back, guys. Oh, I got a picture loading up now. So I had to clear a spot on my desk. Over the last week, my desk has gotten nuts. Just stuff piling up from not being able to work on it.
Well, if you can't work on it, you should give some of it away to the people. I'm trying to help you all out. Hashtag free giveaway. I'm joking. Don't do that.
All right. This is a work in progress, guys. This is the actually it turned into my first build, even though it was my second frame I got, just because I ended up getting a slide in barrel to go with it. So, all right, let's see. Now, Weapon is the one that came up with the name for this. He calls it spare change. Because this thing is so damn expensive. It's an oxymoron. Spare change, there is no spare change used on this thing. As you can see, it's
bling thing.
Huh?
I'm gonna call it bling thing.
Bling thing. This is the first. Everybody has most people that build Gucci Glocks, they build a black and gold Gucci Glock. Okay, I didn't want to build another black and gold Gucci Glock, so I decided to go with a black and gold P320 compact. And as you see, it has the agency arms trigger on it with the safety, the trigger safety. It is currently in build status. It is not. It's sitting on the holder, but I mean, while I don't know if y'all heard, while I was taking the picture, it fell over and everything fell apart, so I had to put it back together.
No, we didn't. I didn't hear that. Didn't hear
It tipped over and everything went across the desk. I was like, damn it. Thanks, Hawkeye. So that's the first SIG build I'm putting together. I'm not convinced on the Foxtrot light, but it's going to stay on it for now. We'll see what happens when I get to the range and see if it works.
Has it worked better for you than when you first got it? Because I know when you first got it, you weren't happy.
Yeah, I wasn't happy, guys. I sent it in to SIG, and SIG said, it works perfect, and sent it back. I was like, okay, if you say so. It has a hard push on it because that particular light you have to push from the side, and it's tough. I mean, I almost have to break my grip just to turn the freaking light on, and that's
no good.
That's not cool at all. So I'll probably end up throwing a TLR7 flex on there, just because I like the up and down push versus the in and out.
This could be a fun segment. Lights. I don't do anything expensive. I have cheap light. I want to get better light and a holster for it at some point, but money, priorities.
Yeah. I feel you. The lights. I just saw a sale on the TLR9 that I need for the G34 that I have coming up. The last frame that I won on the previous forum. It was a G17. So, of course, the first thing I did was, hey, Weapon X, what should I put on this? So we're going to G34, but it needs a TLR9 light, and they had them on sale for like $119 on Devore, and I was like, can't do it this week. Just can't do it. Can't do it.
So real quick, Zach Shaw here says, is there a site where those display stands are available for purchase? And I'm pretty sure that was a JRO, yeah?
Yes, there is. This is a JRO 3D printing stand.
Yeah, but we don't have much going on there. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. You could go to the website. You can go to the website and put in an order. I'm just not sure if it's being monitored right now.
Fair enough.
I haven't heard from them in a while myself.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that's the website. Put it like this. Go to the website, put in an order if you like something, because I'm one of the moderators of that site. I'll make sure the word gets to him, and you'll get a response. If you might get a response from me, but you'll get a response. Okay. But the website is live. You can go to the website, look and see what he's done, look and see what he can do. There are others out there. He's not the one and only printer of stands. So if we can't help you out, then I'll make sure I'll get you someone who can. So
I need to get me a 3D printer.
Yeah, no doubt. You're welcome, Zach. Hey, we are running low on time. What we at? 10:56. Man, I still had 3 more questions. I guess I'll have to hold them over till next week.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
Because it's and that's the thing. We go in with a plan and we kind of just play it by ear.
No plan survives contact with the enemy.
Yeah, we don't have any stringent rules on as far as what we get done on the night. So I'd like to get some of these things out, but guys, I'm just going to mention them real quick. Go to the forum. What's up, Nas?
Michael Ryan just commented, my printer has been running nonstop. I want to ask, is that an offer? Put a post up on the forum here. We can,
dude. Okay.
That
sounds like we need a vendor tab.
If you have a talent, or yes, I can certainly make one. By all means, please. And again, suggestions welcome. I'll do that right after the stream. I can. But if you have a talent that you want to share with the community, even if you're asking for money to use that talent, because of course work should be compensated.
Nothing in this world is free.
No, but usually two people can reach an accord. It doesn't always have to be a hard cash transaction. Sometimes, I can do this for you. If you do this for me, you etch for me, I'll do this 3D print for you, whatever.
Yep.
Share,
scratch
man.
My back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah, we can help each other out in a lot of ways.
I mean, that's part of what this hobby is all about, man.
Michael Ryan, I put you on the spot. Sorry, dude.
It's part of what this hobby is all about.
Put it out there, man.
Just helping each other.
Yeah,
Michael Ryan. Hey, there you go. So, Zach, Michael Ryan will be putting some information probably up on the forum, and he didn't say he was, but I'm going to speak it into existence. And if he's like me and he knows there's opportunity out there, I'm going to go ahead and go for it.
I think we heard the bus. I don't think he heard it though.
Can make Austrian vacuum parts. I'm sure we can turn one of those into a magwell.
Oh no! Don't say that. You'll get us shut down. Don't get it.
We're not showing it. We're just talking about.
Hey guys! If I hammered a pin into a piece of wood and said that's how easy you can hammer it into a frame, you think I would get shut down?
Yep, 100%.
With how strict they've become lately, probably yes. And again, we're looking into different platforms.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
all right.
Guys, go over to the forum. We got we'll talk about these posts next week, but there's a couple of posts up. The MGB Jumbo Dremel Chucks, waiting for the rain to fall, and talk about taxes, guys. Are you you guys waiting for your taxes? We'll talk more about those next week. But I want to close out, and I'll put the information on the forum in the next 24 to 48 hours. I can't guarantee I'll get it in tomorrow, but definitely by what's tomorrow? Wednesday. By Thursday, it'll be up. I've been working. I tried out a couple of things. One of the things, everybody, if you shop at any of the major outlets, you'll see that they now offer credit. So like Classic Firearms and Brownells and Primary Arms, they offer you a way to get credit on your purchase. Meaning they have a third-party company that offers you the ability to make payments either in no interest in 3 months or over 12 months with a little bit of interest. All right. So I tried both. All right. Now I went with Cordova, and there's some strategy on how to use Cordova. But I was able to get authorized for, and I don't have the greatest credit, guys. I really don't. Okay. I'm actually building my credit back up, but I don't have the greatest credit, and I still got approved for $2,500 in 3 months, same as cash, or 12 months. And I had up to 2,500 I could use. There's a strategy how to use that. I'll go more into that, and maybe I'll do a video on that and put it up. But it gives you the ability to get what you need right now while it's on sale. And then you can pay it off over 3 months, 12 months, whatever. Makes it really, really easy for me anyway. Because then in my head, I know how much I make per, how many weeks is 12 weeks. I just make that payment every week versus every month. So that's one way to do it. And it doesn't affect, well, that one does affect your credit. That one does affect your credit. If you pay late or don't pay, it will affect your credit. So be careful with that one. But it's not a credit card. You actually get approved through a third party financial institution that will bill you directly to whatever card that you want to use. Again, there's some tricks and details with that I found out. That's not bad, but you have to be aware of them. So anyway, go more into that later because we are almost.
Answer Tom Petrick's question. Instructions on which part of my Pop-Tart to bite turned into a pistol. If you actually look at the back of your Pop-Tart, you'll notice that the Pop-Tarts actually have aeration holes on them for the puff pastry so that it's able to vent out steam. You actually line up those vent holes. It actually gives you exactly in a diagram of where to bite.
Yeah. It's perfect.
That's what I use anyways.
At least the strawberry ones. I don't know so much about the brown sugar.
Oh, Hawkeye, it's got to be the sundae flavored ones with the colored sprinkles.
All right, y'all.
I'm a hot fudge sundae Pop-Tart kind of guy. What can I say?
Oh, Lord. Anyway, second part. I like the cinnamon Pop-Tarts. I don't do strawberry. But anyway,
I have this vision in my head of you, Weapon, having a Pop-Tart in one hand and a Hot Pocket in the other. I don't know why.
Oh, to make a sandwich.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Now I know why.
I don't know, dude. That's how I like to eat my ham and cheese Hot Pockets, is sandwiched in between two hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, it gets a little sweeter. Make sure you get your good carbs in. All right.
It's getting late. These guys
silly.
are off
We're
the rails.
Silly. Yeah, I've been off the rails for a few years now.
Anyway,
well, since you couldn't drink tonight, Ram, I drank for you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm feeling the effects. Right. But the second part to that, and I'll make it really, really quick. Let go my ego. All right, Ed. There's two companies out there, one of which I know does not care right now. I'll preface it with right now. They don't care what you use I don't want to use the word credit because it's not credit. They give you the ability to split your payment up over 4 payments every 2 weeks. So 1 payment every 2 weeks. So you have a little over a month and a half to pay for whatever you get approved for. Now, they have 2 ways to do this. You can go through their site, go to one of their approved stores, boom, 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 pay for it that way. But I figured out you can get what's called a one-time card. You can, and I think it only works if you either go through their app or you're on your computer. I haven't tried to do it not through the app on my phone. But
I'm laughing at Zach Shot's comment.
Oh, sorry. I was listening to Ram.
Yeah, right.
Right now he's measuring those aeration holes in the back of the Pop-Tart I mentioned.
Oh God.
Yeah, Hawkeye. Yes, absolutely.
He's sticking in a jig to see if anything lines up.
Hawkeye, absolutely. More time to hide it from the wife. Absolutely. Because see, speaking of which, I use this method to buy the and this is a perfect example. When Empire said on a Thursday that they were shutting down their trigger manufacturing on Friday. Or was it Saturday? Something ungodly. It's only a day or 2.
3 days. It was a 3-day thing.
3 days they gave you to.
I'm still
to
sad
purchase,
I didn't jump on that.
To purchase the trigger shoe, and it's $100 trigger shoe, and I'm like, I don't have $100 right now, and I could either go to the wife and beg for $100, or tell her that, hey, I'm gonna be $100 short on the bills this week, or I could use the service, and I'm purposely not saying the name. I'll put it over on the forum, guys, to make my first payment of $25. So it's four payments, all evenly distributed, $25.25. $25.25 to buy $100 trigger shoe, and I just had to pay it off every 2 weeks, $25 and change, where I didn't have the $100 up front. I just actually made the 3rd payment today, and I'll probably just pay it off tomorrow because I have the money. I just wanted to see what it would be like to pay it out over 4 weeks. I've used it several times. I've used it at Empire. I've used it on Amazon. I've used it on eBay. And I've used it on, I think Macy's. I bought something for Christmas. So I've been using it since Christmas time. But I wanted to make sure before I brought it to you guys. So you can get your parts because you can go on your computer, and if you go to the website and you don't even have to say what you're using it for. You just have to say how much you need. Mm-hmm. As long as you're approved for that amount, when you open up an account, it'll tell you how much you're approved for. And it's just rotating line of credit basically.
Could be handy.
You just have to go say how much you need a temporary, quote unquote, trying to get my arm up, quote unquote, line of credit, and you use their card. They give you a credit card, and it says limited time use card. You don't even have to put your name on it, and you can use it anywhere you want. So I don't know if they're 2A friendly or not, but it works. So I was going to do that to get my my next slide that Weapon and I are working on, but that would kind of that would kill my that would kill my line of credit. And I don't know right now with my shoulder being what it is, I don't know if I could pay it off in a month and a half. So I'll just wait to get my settlement and buy it. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to mention that. I'm in the next 24 to 48 hours. If you're interested in all the details on how to use it, it is that second one is not credit based. So they'll approve you if you have a job. Basically, they didn't even ask me how much I made. And I got approved for I got approved originally for 500, but now I'm up to 800 because I've used it a couple of times and I've paid it off. So they raised my credit limit. So
Crispy Bean, we could only wish.
Bro.
Yeah, really.
Please.
So
and of course, if it was, we would have plenty of pencils.
Yeah, absolutely. Pop Tart on Dremel's workstation.
All right, we're
guys.
We're getting silly.
I don't have anything else today, guys. What you guys got?
Nothing
else. Except for what you had brought up earlier in our group chat about the drivers. If you wanted to talk about that when we close out here, or if you want to bring that up next week.
Man, okay. No, we got to mention that this week, man. This is nuts, man. Do we have the link to that? I want everybody to go check that out and show some love to Copper Jacket TV. I'll get it, Nas, because I can go straight to my YouTube. Guys, last week, or was it the week before? Something like that. Copper Jacket TV. I don't know if you guys watch Copper Jacket TV, but give me a second. I'm trying to. I always forget how to go do this. He posted a video about Mom's Demand action. And I'm calling straight out.
OMS.
You got it?
OMS.
Yep. Give me 1 second. We're just putting the link up, yes?
Yeah, just put the link up for the video.
I put the link in the chat just now so people can click on it. I'll add it to the banner for future reference too. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Boom, boom. There you go.
All right. So in the video, he talks about, now I'm an Uber driver, guys, just in case you didn't know. I'm an Uber driver and I do that full time now. That's all I do when I'm at work. So, and I carry all the time. Now, maybe I shouldn't have said that on the stream, but anyway, I you know what? I'm me. Screw it. Fire.
Free men don't ask permission, bro.
That's right. You know, I'm constantly in danger. There's people hijacking, carjacking Uber drivers. They're robbing DoorDash drivers, and this particular video, he talks about how Moms Demand Action volunteer called DoorDash one night, and DoorDash, they came to the door, and he had a firearm on his hip in plain sight. She took offense to that. Offense to him having a weapon to protect himself.
Mm-hmm.
And now is considered her personal mission to get DoorDash to fight against their drivers carrying sidearms. Now, from what he states in the video, he doesn't know if they just haven't addressed it or they just said it's okay. I don't know, man, guys. It's crazy how people can try to impose their will on us for our protection when they're not going to be there if we get into a situation that we need protecting.
Which, when seconds count, police are minutes away. No offense towards our brothers and sisters in blue. We know you're doing your best, but it's a timing thing. You can only get there so fast. And that's if somebody calls you.
Yep. So when we had brought this up in our chat before bringing this in here, so I grew up in a very rough neighborhood, right? I worked at a few pizza places for many years. One of those at one point in time was the one that runs with RAMjetta OUT, right? So I worked there for quite a few years. I actually had drivers assaulted out on deliveries. I had one driver whose brain will never quite be the same, as he was assaulted once while out on a delivery, not even by the people at the house that he was delivering to, but he was delivering to a project apartments community, and he was actually jumped by somebody living within the community that just happened to see his Domino's topper on top of his car. I also had another driver who was assaulted, actually told them that he had more money in his trunk and pulled his firearm out. Because in the state that I lived in, the Domino's had no law or rules against being able to conceal and carry as a driver. So imagine if the gentleman who was assaulted and now has permanent brain injury for the rest of his life. He's still delivering pizzas, by the way. Tough old dude. Last time I saw him anyways, which was, 8 years ago. But imagine if he would have been carrying and the company that he worked for wouldn't say that they can't. You know what I mean? He probably wouldn't be suffering with those injuries that he has now. It's fucked up. It's just it's a tough job, dude. And you put yourself in so many situations in most of the areas that you're driving to, especially as an Uber driver like you, Ram. A lot of the areas you're driving to are areas where you would definitely want to be packing going into.
And if your clients can carry, you should be able to too.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous. We don't know who's getting in our cars. They're behind us, so we're already at a disadvantage. Again, I've seen videos of a gentleman who worked for a different company. One guy got in one side of the car and the other came up to the window. They both acted like they had firearms. Turns out they didn't, but he did. So that turned out interesting. I actually want to do, just a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, maybe less than a month, there was somebody up in Baltimore who got carjacked, and he was lucky he had a passenger in the car, and the guys came up and carjacked him. Luckily, he was able to get the passenger out. As soon as he got the passenger out and secured, he drew his weapon and lit up his own car.
As many of you folks watching, I know Ram and Nas both know. I live right next to Minneapolis, man. And ever since, last year, especially, carjackings are a normal fucking thing, man. And I live in a neighborhood that's very well taken care of, and it's a very upper to or middle class to upper class area, and it's still happening over here. I can only imagine that doubles and triples when you got a Uber sticker in your front window.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh,
you've
yeah. We
got
had targets.
a Domino's or Pizza Hut topper on your fucking car. It's just ridiculous, dude.
I'm
It's
at a point where I don't want to work at night. I'm just like,
No.
if I'm working at night, I'm going to the upper crust area. I'm not going in the hood because that's for my protection and theirs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just tell you that now, because if it's me or them, they gotta go. I know I gotta come home at the end of the night. And you're very right, Michael. They make us targets, easy targets.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the things I did want to say about this particular report, and I may catch some heat about it, but you know what? I'm not saying that the person does not have the right to carry how he wants to carry. At one point, I carried open carried because I didn't have a concealed permit, but I wanted to have my protection with me. So I have carried open before. I would say if that person's listening or somehow hears this, get your concealed permit. If you have the opportunity to, okay? If you don't have the opportunity, 9 times out of 10, if you can legally carry, you can get your concealed permit, okay? It's only when you are carrying illegally, you can't get in most places. Most places. Some places don't have concealed permits. So I'm just saying that because that makes you less of a target. And it makes you not have to deal with Karens like this. And that's right, I said it. I don't give a damn. Deal with people like this that only want to impose their will on you and don't care about your safety. They could give a damn because they probably live in a good neighborhood or a good neighborhood that they think that they are untouchable, that they can't be touched where they are. So they want to make sure that you can't protect yourself because they feel they don't need protection. So get yourself a concealed permit, guys. If you carry, don't make yourself a target. Personally, at this time, this day and age, I would carry open if I needed to, but I'm gonna do everything I can to get a concealed permit because that way I can feel safe and I don't have to deal with somebody else's judgment. You know what I mean? Because people are gonna judge you, and they're gonna think you're the worst. I've seen people in Walmart just a month ago. A guy was walking through Walmart. He's open carrying, and I pulled him aside. I said, "Hey, look, man, I don't mean no harm, and I appreciate you carrying, but." You see these people, man, they're getting the wrong idea about you, man. Do your best to get your concealed permit, man. If you're carrying, that means you can legally get it.
And you know, I'd hate to add into that, but it's also going to depend on the way you look. It's unfortunate in society it's like that. Yeah. But you know, me for example, I'm a bigger dude. You know, I'm covered in tattoos, man. If I got a gun exposed on my hip and, you know, I wear a baseball cap, which just happens to lean one way or the other just on its own, dude. And I walk into a place, what do you think the first thing somebody's going to think when I've got a gun exposed on my hip?
Yeah, you know? It's all about perception.
It's all about perception.
And then when you realize you're the one that's going to protect them if something goes down.
Yep. I used to have a dude that worked for me many years ago. He was covered head to toe. You know, brass knuckle tattoo on the top of his hand, half naked chick on his leg. And we were all managers at a store. And he walked up to me one day and he said, "Dude, I just don't understand it. Why don't people take me seriously?" And I said, "Hey, man, you know, I'm covered in tattoos too, dude. Not quite as much as you. But if I got to work extra hard for it, you've got to work 3 times as hard for people to look at you differently than they are going to. It is the way it is, man. It's unfortunate, but it is the way it is.
It's a built-in prejudice in our society.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. It's getting better, especially with like tattoos and such. I mean, you know,
they're being a little more mainstream, if you will. I think tattoos and a lot of things that we saw. You know, because we're all older. I'll be 40 this year. I know both of you are over 40.
Hey, but don't make me get my cane.
Things that were not seen as a norm when we were in our late teens, early 20s. Nowadays, a lot of these things are becoming acceptable in society. Tattoos being one of them. Back when I was 18, 20, you were either a thug, a rock star, or you were involved in some sort of military or something like that. I mean, that was the stipulation when you had those things. Nowadays, it's a little bit different when you got soccer moms going out and getting tattoos.
Yeah.
On the back of their hand or on their neck.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, guys, we just wanted to talk about that real quick. We may bring it back up at another time, but I was just thinking, I was like, man, we're an hour and 23 minutes in. There's going to be some people that are not going to get an opportunity to see this because they won't be able to last that long. So we may bring it up later. I don't know
if I'll be able to last that long.
I'm about done.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Usually,
Michael, exactly, man. Tattoos meant you did time, stuff like that.
Yeah. Back when that was the way. But hey, we even made a member match here. It looks like Eugene, Asher, and Hawkeye found they live in the same state. Good on you, lads.
Yeah,
that's how we do. Hey, hit each other up on the forum. Start
up the range, man.
Yeah.
Critique each other's builds.
I saw somebody's in West Virginia. Hawkeye, Hawkeye's in Kentucky. Somebody's in West Virginia. Red 19. He's in West Virginia. He's close to me. So we may end up hooking up. Anyway, guys.
Thank you, Zach, and everyone else that tuned in tonight. Had a pretty solid stream and appreciate y'all listening in.
I'm glad everybody's here, man.
Yep.
I mean, we got 18 eyes watching now. I don't know what the top number was, but
it peaked at like 25 or so. I think I saw a flash for a minute, but
25 on our way to 10,000. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm loving it, man. Anyway, we are going to bid you all a farewell. Unless you guys got anything else to add. All right, I'm about to hit this oxycodone and knock out for the night. I forgot to take it last night and woke up in the middle of the night in pain. So tonight, don't
do that. Oh. All right,
I'm gonna have to go to the dentist soon, man. So I've been popping like 500 milligram ibuprofen like they're going out of style.
Oh, no good.
I've got an exposed nerve. And
dude, get that taken care of.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Good night. We love you all. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.